Say UFT Class 8 Keyword Driven Methodology. What is keyword driven methodology? Generating tests manually using keywords, or you can say generating tests manually using shared object repositories. See, test object is keyword, utility object is keyword, method is keyword. Generating tests manually using keywords. See, generating tests manually using keywords. See, in this scenario, test object is keyword. Next, utility. Utility object is keyword. Method is keyword. Function is keyword, etc. See, generating tests manually without recording using keywords. See, in the last class, we discussed object repository, important operations on object repository. First, I will explain steps for this keyword driven methodology. Steps. First step, create shared object repositories. Create shared object repositories. Second step, see, creating shared object repositories. One-time activity. If you create shared object repositories for your project, your team members also can use those repositories. You can share. See, one-time activity. Creating shared object repositories, one-time activity. Next, associate shared object repositories. You know what is the purpose of associating shared object repositories? In order to create and execute tests manually, we need to associate shared object repositories. If it is recording, we no need to associate any repositories. During recording, UFT creates local object repositories, while execution, it uses local objects. If you want to create and execute tests manually, we need to create shared object repositories and associate. Association also one-time activity. Suppose I created one test, associated one or more shared object repositories. If I save the test, that association will be permanent. But you need to maintain resource files. Suppose I stored my shared object repository files in D drive. I need to maintain those files. If you delete shared object repository files, you cannot execute associated tests. You need to maintain shared object repository files. Suppose if you want to execute tests from another machine, along with test scripts, you also copy and maintain copy and paste these shared object repositories, etc. resource files. If you want to execute tests from another machine, you need to copy test scripts along with resource files. Resource files, external files. Next, third step, generate steps. Generate steps. One more thing, Saujanya, for this second step, associating shared object repositories, one alternate is there. What is that alternate? Or alternate. The last class only we discussed. Instead of associating shared repositories, we can load repositories at runtime using repositories collection utility object. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Cool. See, load. Shared object repositories. At runtime. Next, Samir, for creating shared object repositories also we have two possibilities. What are the possibilities? How to create shared object repositories in UFT?
Using object repository manager.
Okay, using object repository manager, but how? Okay. By adding objects and or
exporting local.
yes, exporting local objects, either by adding objects or by exporting local objects. See, for first one also, add objects or export local objects. Next, for third step, generating steps. We have four possibilities, but best method is use editor view, that is programmatic view. You can insert all types of steps easily. You can insert all types of steps easily using editor view. One is using editor view or using keyword view or using step generator. Next, another possibility by drag and drop objects in between object repository and editor. By drag and drop objects, drag and drop objects from object repository to editor. See, using this fourth method, we can generate test object statements only. Using this fourth method, we can generate test object statements only, not other statements. If you want to generate utility statement or flow control statements, you need to type. By drag and drop objects, we can generate test object statements only. Limitation. Using remaining views, you can generate other statements also, but editor view is flexible. Programmatic view, you can generate all types of statements using editor view. And one more thing, we use in the next chapter I will explain, we use different types of statements or steps to create tests in UFT. Not only single type of statements, different types of statements. I will introduce different types of statements that we use in UFT test. See, using this last one, test object steps are statements only. Okay, start. First step, create shared object repository. Suppose I want to perform login functionality for this sample flight application. First create shared object repository. Guide me Radha, create shared object repository.
Resources,
Resources,
object repository manager,
manager,
view,
not view, object,
object and add objects.
add object, show the window, click OK,
Click OK.
select object filter. Okay, I'm selecting default object types.
Okay.
Okay, save.
Okay.
Suppose login TSR.
TS.
TSR extension default.
Okay.
Close object repository manager. Next, second step. Samir, second step, associate shared repository. Suppose this is new test. Associate shared repository. How to associate? Tell me the navigation. Samir. Ritu.
Yeah, sir. Go to file,
No. Incorrect navigation.
go to resources,
Resources.
associate repository.
Yes, associate repositories. Direct option is there now. Add repository. Click add repository. Browse path of the repository. Click OK. Associate with action. How to confirm whether that object's information is loaded or not? How to confirm? Radha.
In the tools option, we have to.
Not tools options. Resources, object repository. Launch object repository.
Okay.
Objects information populated now. Populated. These are shared objects. Here we cannot rename or delete. Here no enable editing feature also. Okay. Next, third step. generate steps manually. Observe navigation. Dinesh, observe navigation. Manual navigation. First, launching sample application. Next, enter agent name. Next, enter password. Next, click OK button. Then you can get next page or next window or next screen. Okay. First step, as per our navigation, first step, launching application. That is utility statement, not test object statement. Utility statement. You know how to launch applications. I already explained how to launch Windows based applications and how to launch web based applications. Tell me Surendra, how to launch? This is Windows based application. How to launch?
System.util.
System?
System.util.
Not system.util. System util. Single word.
Okay.
System util. This is utility object. Dot run. Run method. Next.
Path of the application.
Path of the application. Take the path of the application. This is first step. Just try to run. See launching. Next step, enter agent name. Just a minute. Enter agent name or username. Enter username. Say, whenever you want to perform operations on child objects, we need to write parent-child hierarchy. See this username edit box. It is child object. Sample application, HP MyFlight sample application is parent object, window. Suppose if you want to perform any operation on window object, you can directly perform. If you want to perform any operation on these child objects, we need to write parent-child hierarchy. Parent-child hierarchy. Just a minute. Parent is window of, just a minute. This is WPF window. Find the test object name. If you don't know the test object name, using object spy, you can get test object names. See, this is WPF window. Edit box, WPF edit. Next, password also WPF edit. Next, OK, WPF button. See, this application developed in WPF technology, Windows Presentation Foundation from Microsoft. Observe WPF window of. So it is providing context help, automatically populating dot C. Just a minute. Saujanya, can you observe this menu, context menu?
Yes, sir.
See, in this menu you can
It will be
find
WPF edit.
different items. Suppose activate, capture bitmap, click, close, pink color item. These pink color items are methods, test methods. Next, this WPF button, WPF edit, WPF image, these are test objects. See, pink color items are methods. Next, last bottom
And
three,
last are
last three items,
test object.
test objects. Next, hand symbol is there na? Supported
Yes.
patterns, object. Next, exit. These are properties. See, in this context menu, you can find three types of items: test methods, properties, and test objects.
Test objects.
See, test methods and properties built in, but test objects not built in. If you associate object repository, you can get these items. Otherwise, you won't get. Observe. Now WPF button, edit, image available. Just deassociate that shared object repository, deassociate resources, associate repositories, click cross symbol, confirm. Okay. Now no object repository associated. Type dot. See, context menu is there, items also there, but in this context menu you can find test methods and properties only, no test objects. Test objects dynamic. If you associate shared object repositories, you can get test objects, but test methods and properties default, built in. Okay. Now associate resources, associate repositories, click add repository icon, browse path of the repository, associate with the action. See, association is action level, not test level. Suppose in your test only one action is there, you associate with that action. Multiple actions are there, associate multiple actions, multiple repositories based on your test navigation.
Yes.
Dot Now I want
WPF edit.
WPF edit good. Next, open parenthesis. It is showing
Yes.
in our object repository two edit boxes available. Select agent name
And close.
dot
Set.
methods I will explain in test methods chapter tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Now just
Okay.
remember 4 or 5 methods. I will introduce all important methods in test methods chapter. Set.
Okay.
Next, within double quotes
John.
type John. He fixed username, fixed password for this sample application. And one more thing,
Yes.
why I am typing double quotes, that is VB script syntax. If any string type data, use double quotes. If it is number, integer, no double quotes required. Suppose if it is integer, you can type directly. If it is double, 1.234, you can type directly. If it is string, double quotes required. That is VB script syntax, John. Suppose if you don't use double quotes, what will happen? UFT considers this John is keyword, either variable or something. So script will show error, John. And you can copy and paste script, WPF. Next time, password. Just a minute. For password, you can use set method or set secure method. If you want to maintain your password in securable manner, use set secure. Otherwise, set method also you can use. See, set secure. If it is recording, during recording, UFT can encode password value. If you want to encode manually, for that one tool is there, integrated tool. The tool not available in UFT tool main window, outside of the window. Just a minute. HP software, tools, external tools. Here password encoder. Here type your password. My password is HP. Generate, copy, close. Next, last step, WPF window dot WPF button off. See, in our repository 3 buttons, select required button, OK button dot click method or operation. Method is technical term, operation is business term. Okay. Now put basted, run the script. Say executing. Okay now, Samir, did you understand this concept? Keyword driven methodology, generating scripts manually using shared object repositories. Any confusion? The same way, just a minute. Use login, Gmail login, or just a minute. Login functionality. www.gcrit.com/build3 admin interface. See, first launch the browser, navigate to gcrit.com build 3 admin. Next, enter username, enter password, click login button. First, create shared object repository, one-time activity, object repository manager, object, add objects, show the browser, select browser. Okay, okay, see, save. Okay, close object repository manager. Now guide me, Radha. You know the navigation. Guide me. I want to. My test is login. Generate steps for login functionality in GCR shop.
System util
First launch the browser. System util
dot run
dot run. Next, within double quotes,
quotes
path of the
GCR.
browser. Just a minute. Where is that browser? Path of the browser. See, it supports Internet Explorer. In real time, HP is saying you can use Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox also, but separate plugins required. That plugins only for licensed users. And one more thing, UFT is more compatible with Internet Explorer only. UFT developed in .NET technology. It is more and UFT using VB script for scripting. So all are Microsoft technologies. It is more compatible with the Internet Explorer. If you want to use another browsers, plugins required. For licensed versions only they are providing a Mozilla plugin and Google Chrome plugin. But still some problems are there working with Google Chrome and Mozilla. If it is Internet Explorer, more compatible. Continue, Radha.
Close the okay, then WPF window.
Just a minute. Only launching browser. Next, navigate to so and so
Okay.
URL required.
Yeah, GCR.
Okay. Oh shit. Just a minute.
Sir, is it compatible with Windows 10?
Yes. Who is asking?
Ritu.
It is compatible with Windows 10.
Actually, I tried to record something, but it was not. I was not able to record with browser.
I didn't try with the Windows 10, but as per HP documentation, it supports Windows 10 also. It has to support. Just a minute. New version UFT 12.51. Just a minute. Minimum operating system. What is the minimum operating system?
Windows 7. The operating.
Windows 7 Service Pack 1. That is minimum. But it supports. Just a minute. Observe, Ritu. What they told.
I tried with
12.51 new technology support. Microsoft Windows. What they told.
Right.
Windows 10, .NET Framework 4.6. Next, updated support for the latest versions of Firefox and Chrome, etc. See, Flex 4.
Actually, I tried with web application, but it was not recording, so thought.
I think browser issue. Okay, I will check it. Actually, I didn't try with Windows 10, but as per their documentation, it supports Microsoft Windows also, Windows 10 also. Minimum operating system, Windows 7 with the Service Pack 1. latest technology, new technology support Microsoft Windows 10.
Okay.
I will try. See.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Next, first step, just a minute. Admin. Continue, Radha. Second step.
That WPF window.
Not WPF window, it is browser.
Browser. Oh, okay, sir.
See, observe. Browser. Here we, we are going to enter some value into username. Username is edit box. This is child of browser.
Parent.
Child of page. Page is child of browser. Here observe the hierarchy. Grandparent, parent, child. Just a minute. Tools. Just a minute. Tools. Object spy. Take hand icon. Show the username edit box. You forget about web table. You can take last hierarchy. First, second and last. Suppose if any hierarchy is more than 3, then you can use first two and last one. First two and last one. 3 maximum you can use. Observe.
Browser page and web edit.
Yes, browser page and web edit. Browser is parent, page is child, web edit is subchild. Next, same way login button also. So that login, web button, browser page, web button. Type browser off. Off means open bracket.
Open bracket.
It is not showing. We didn't associate, I think.
GC.
Resources, associate repositories. Click add repository icon. Browse path of the repository and associate with action. Click OK. Next. Browser off. See, automatically populating. Dot page test object page of
GC
dot web edit of
log
username dot set method admin. Next, same you can copy and paste. Suppose if same common navigation is there, you can copy and paste. Of password dot, you can use set method or set secure method. Set secure. You know how to encode passwords. Tell me the navigation. Start menu. HP software. Tools.
Password encoder.
Password encoder tool. Admin at 1, 2, 3. Generate, copy, close. Next, last one, click on login button. Same hierarchy. Browser of dot page of dot web button of login dot click method. Click. Put base state. Run the script. Observe Saujanya. Login na.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Say, try to understand the syntax of test object statement. Try to understand the syntax. Browser, test object, GCR shop, object name, page is test object. Okay, hierarchy is there. Then you can say child test object, GCR shop, object name. See, most of the time, browser name and page name same. Home page name same. If it is other page, vary. See, it is other pages vary, but home page same name as like browser. That is not rule, but most of the web applications following that method. See, browser, page, web edit also test object, but hierarchy is there na subchild test object. Username is object name. Set. Samir, what is this set? Try to identify the keyword. I am not asking the functionality. What is set? Dinesh, what is this set? Surendra,
Method.
method. Yes,
Variable set.
method. Test method. Next, what is this admin? Is value, or you can say input data. Next, set secure also method. This one encoded value. Next, click also method. See, system util. Surendra, tell me what is this system util? What is the
It's a
system
class.
util? Try to
Sir,
identify the keyword.
it's an object, sir.
What type of object? What type of object?
It's a predefined.
Saujanya, what type of objects? We have 4 types of objects in UFT. What type of object? Is
It's
it
a runtime object.
runtime object?
No.
Utility object. Utility object. Okay. See next. See, I think all of you familiar with this editor view. I'm taking new test, launch object repository, blank. Now associate shared object repository, resources, associate repositories, click add repository, login TSR, associate with action. Next, switch to keyword view. Dinesh, switch to keyword view. I want to prepare test script using keyword view this time. Why people are responding very slowly? Can you hear me, Dinesh? Try to use mic. Tell me, Radha.
View menu,
View menu,
select keyword view.
keyword view. Okay. Here select new step. Item. What is our first item? Say if our first statement is utility statement. For that, you take step generator help. Step generator help. Utility objects. Select system util. Next, browse path of the, just a minute. Browse path of the application. paste in this value column. Okay. Next step, test object statement. See, it shows suitable methods automatically. If you don't want this method, you can remove. Activate statement is not mandatory, just I will prepare direct statement. Object repository, WP, agent name, WPF, where is that one? Where is edit? Just a minute. Where is WPF edit? Here enter value, John. Next new step, this time password. See, it is showing suitable method, set method. If you don't want this method, you can change the method. You can change the method. Otherwise, you can use set method also. Next, last step, OK button. Click. See, script generated. Run. It will execute. Executing. See, you switch to editor view, same script. Editor, same. See, once again, guide me Saujanya. Generate test script using keyword view. First, associate object repository. Just a minute. Resources, associate repositories.
Associate
Click add icon.
repositories and login, TSR, open.
Associate with
action.
action. Okay. Next,
Okay.
continue.
View,
View,
keyword
keyword view.
Keyword view,
Yes. Click new step.
new step.
As per our navigation, first step is
Step
utility
generator.
statement.
Yeah, either or else we can use step generator.
Step generator. Here select utility objects.
Select utility objects.
Next select
and in
utility
that
object.
system and
System util. See, it is populating operation run. If you don't want this method, you can change. This method is okay. Next, take the value.
Take the property. I mean, like
Path.
properties,
Application path.
and give the
Click
path
OK.
there. Click OK.
First step over.
And new step. New step. Then object repository.
Object from object repository.
And
Select agent name.
agent name.
Click OK. It is showing set method. If you don't want this method, you can change the method. Most of the time, it shows regular methods only. Enter value in this value column. John. Next,
and
new step.
New step. And
Select password.
It's password.
You can use set method also. If you use set method, use direct value HP.
Direct value HP.
Next.
Next step.
Okay.
Again
Click.
OK. And then
Click method.
run the
script. See, it is executing.
Yes.
Okay. Next, third one. Using step generator. First switch to editor. As usual, associate object. Just a minute. Using step generator. I already introduced this step generator. See once again. Can you tell me, Samir, what is step generator? What is step generator? Dinesh.
It is library function utility object to record recordable and non-recordable object something.
Okay, some less clarity. Say navigation, design menu, step generator. Otherwise, you can use shortcut key F7. What is step generator? It is a library of functions and utility objects used to generate recordable and non-recordable steps. See, it is a library of functions. What type of functions? VB script built-in functions. VB script built-in functions. See, without step generator also you can use VB script built-in functions. You can directly type built-in functions, no issue. Just a minute. Design menu, step generator, functions, MSG box, value, hello, UFT. Okay. Observe Radha, I generated this VB script built-in function using step generator. Run, it will display hello UFT. See once again. See once again. A design step generator. Suppose select MSG box function, MSG box. Next value, hello VB script. Click OK. Run the script. See, without step generator, instead of using step generator also you can generate functions. How? You can type directly. For example, MSG box hello UFT. Run. See, it is showing hello UFT. Okay, just a minute. It is a library of functions. Next, and utility objects. Utility objects used to generate recordable and non-recordable steps. A recordable step is okay. Suppose if navigation is there, you can record. If object is in enabled state, you can record operations on any object. Suppose object in disabled state, you cannot record that statement. See, non-recordable step. Best example, Observe Saujanya, non-recordable step. Best example, operation on disabled object. One more example, irregular operation. Irregular operation. Observe what is irregular operation. I will show. Just a minute. Observe. This OK button is there. Observe Radha, OK button is disabled state or enabled state? OK, disabled state. Suppose enter agent name, enter password. See, after entering agent name and password, it is getting enabled now.
Yes, sir.
Suppose irregular operation. One more example, irregular operation. Entering a value into edit box, that is a regular operation. But I want to capture value from edit box. That is irregular operation. Capture value from edit box. Suppose value already there, I want to capture that one. Just a minute. Regular and irregular. See, this is regular step. Entering value into edit box. Next, I want to capture value from edit box. That is irregular operation. Suppose you take one variable agent name equal to, you don't concentrate on this syntax, that we will discuss later, dot get RO property of, what is that property name, tools object spy text property. Run. Oh, if you want to display, you can display. Run. Observe Saujanya, capturing the value from edit box now.
Yes, sir.
Observe first statement, regular statement now. What is the regular operation on edit box? Entering a value.
Value.
But capturing value is irregular operation now. Sometimes irregular operations required as per our test requirements. So capturing value is irregular. Next, operation on disabled object. Suppose that OK button is there, that is in disabled state. If you want to capture state of that, just a minute. You try to record operation on that OK button without entering agent name password. Click OK. Not recording. But using step generator, you can generate that step. How? See, design, step generator, take hand icon, show the OK button, click OK. Observe Saujanya, generating the step generator.
Yes, sir.
Irregular operation also. Suppose I want to capture agent name. How? Design, step generator, take hand icon and show the agent name, click OK. See, it is showing set method, but I don't want to set the value, get the value, change the method, get RO property,
Get a property.
return value, where it returns value. You take variable, agent name,
Agent name.
XYZ also you can use. Okay. What is the property?
Text.
Text property. Good. See. Generating irregular statement. Now tell me, Radha, what are non-recordable steps?
Operations on disabled objects
Operations on disabled objects. Next, one more.
and irregular operations.
Irregular operations. Okay. Next, what is step generator? It is a library of functions and utility objects used to generate recordable and non-recordable steps. Okay. Launch step generator, design menu. Just a minute. First take new test. Design step generator. Observe in this category drop down 3 items: test objects, utility objects, functions. But I didn't mention test objects in my definition. I only mentioned it is a library of functions and utility objects. Why? Utility objects built in, functions built in, but test objects dynamic. If you don't associate shared repository files, you won't get test objects. Select test objects, click add icon, see test object blank. Suppose select utility objects, see here utility objects populated. Next select functions populated. Select test object, no test objects. Why? We didn't associate any shared object repository file. Associate shared object repository file. Resources, associate repositories. Click add repository icon, browse path of the repository. Associate with action, click OK. Next, launch step generator, design menu, step generator, otherwise you can use F7 shortcut key. Next, drag to left side. Observe, left side bottom, one checkbox is there. Check that checkbox, insert another step checkbox. Why? If you want to generate multiple steps, means more than one step, select this option. Select this checkbox. Otherwise, it closes for every step. If you want to generate more than one step, you check this checkbox. Next, as per our navigation, our first step is utility step or utility statement. Select category as utility objects. Next, select utility object system util. It is showing run method. If you don't want to use this method, you can change the method, but this method is suitable. See, it it assigns regular methods only. If you don't want to use regular methods, you can change the method, but it shows regular method. Run is okay. Next, take the path of the AUT path. Paste in this value column. Insert, see, step generated, utility statement generated. Next, remaining steps, test object statements. Select category as test objects. Next, click this select object hand icon. See, we already associated that shared object repository file. Objects information populated. Select agent name. Click OK. It is showing set method, regular method. Next, enter value. Value is John. Insert. Next, click hand icon. Select password. OK. See, it is showing regular method set. But we want set secure, irregular method. You can change the method, no issue. Set secure. Encode the password. Generate, copy, close. Paste in this value column. Insert. Next, last step, select OK button. No value. It is showing click operation. OK, insert. Close step generator. Observe, same script. Run the script. It is executing. See, once again, take new test. Guide Miss Dinesh. I want to generate login test script for the sample application using step generator. Guide me. Dinesh.
I'm not sure.
Just now I showed now.
I mean, I know, but I
Okay. Ritu, you guide me. Generate
Yeah.
login test using step generator.
Yeah, go to design.
First associate, this is new test.
Oh, okay. Go to resources, associate repositories. Yeah, add repository.
Okay. Associate with action.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Go to design.
Design.
Yeah, step generator.
Step generator.
Yeah, category, utility object.
Before that one step also there. Observe left side bottom.
Yeah, insert. Click on insert another step.
Yes. Check. Insert another step checkbox. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because if you want to insert another step.
Yes, if you want to insert multiple steps, more than one step, check this one. Otherwise, step generator closes for every step.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Yeah, go to category. Utility
Select
object.
Utility objects.
Yeah, object system util dot.
System util. Run
Yeah,
method.
run.
method or operation populating. Next, value. Take the
Value.
application path,
Yes, take the path.
application path and paste into value column.
Paste into value column.
Uh,
Yeah, then insert.
insert. Next.
Yeah. Next, go to category.
Uh,
Now test objects.
test objects. Select.
Yeah, this, yeah, take hand icon. No.
Click hand icon.
Oh, yeah. Click and click on agent name.
Agent name. Select object.
Yeah, select
Click
object.
OK.
Okay.
It is showing set method. Set method OK. Enter
Yeah.
value.
Value
Suppose
John.
John. Input data John. Insert.
Yeah.
Next.
Insert. Again, go to, yeah, click the password.
It is showing set method. If you don't want set method, you can change the method.
Yeah, set secure method.
Set secure and encode the value using
Password.
password encoder tool.
Yeah.
Generate, copy, close, enter value, encoded value,
Yeah, then
insert.
insert.
Next, last step, click this hand icon, select OK button, click OK. Okay, insert. Okay, steps over. Close step generator. Next, run the script. It is executing. Okay. Okay, now, Saujanya, any confusion? Generating steps using step generator.
No, sir.
Just a minute. Suppose this OK button is in disabled state. I want to generate statement on this OK button. How to generate? If you try to record, it won't record. Why? Object is disabled. Click this OK. Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
So for
now generate using step generator.
Design.
Design.
Step generator.
Step generator.
Test objects.
Click
icon. Hand icon.
Hand icon. Next again. Left side bottom hand icon is there now. Take this icon.
Yes.
Show the object.
OK.
Click OK. See here.
And
if you don't want this method, you can change the method. Suppose that is suitable method, leave it. Click OK.
And yeah.
Generated now.
Then it is generated. Yeah.
Okay. See, this is about step generator. Next, last one. By drag and drop objects from object repository to editor. And one limitation we discussed for this last method, Radha. One limitation we discussed. What is the limitation for that last method of test design? Test script creation? Radha.
Only we can do test object.
Yes, only we can generate test object statements, not other statements, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Observe. First launch object repository, blank, it is new test, associate object repository. Login TSR, associate with action, click OK. Next, launch object repository, launch object repository. Now object repository versus editor. Only test object statement. Utility statements you can type. Okay. First, I want agent name. Drag, drop. Password, drag, drop. OK button, drag, drop. Close object repository. See, values we need to enter. Suppose John. HP. You can change the method, no problem, no issue. Next. Systemutil.run. Just run, it will execute. Say executing. Next, deassociate shared object repository. Deassociate resources, object, associate repositories. Click remove repository icon, confirm. Okay. Next, try to run. It will execute utility statement only. Test object statement, it will show error. Why? No test objects available in object repository. For utility object, no reference required. It will launch the application, then shows error. Run, error. Instead of associating repositories, load repository at runtime. A repositories collection, this is also utility object. Now I think all of you familiar with two utility objects. One is system util, another is repositories collection dot add. Add is method. Next, within double quotes, repository path. Take the path of the object repository. Run, executing. Open object repository. No objects information. We are loading shared objects at runtime. Run, it will execute. Okay, na Samir? Loading shared object repository at runtime. Why Samir is not responding? Samir, is it okay? Any confusion?
No confusion, sir.
Okay, cool. What about you, Surendra?
Good, sir.
Okay, cool. See, next, I think all of you familiar with two methods for creating tests. One is recording, another is keyword driven methodology. Without recording, generating tests. Generating tests manually using shared object repositories. Now it is time to discuss advantages of recording and disadvantages of recording. Actually, we postponed that topic in record and run test chapter. See, advantages of recording. Tell me, Saujanya, tell me one or two advantages of recording.
Advantages of recording is we can it will be like object repository is created by itself.
Easy to create tests.
Create object repository.
Easy to generate tests, and it takes less time.
Less time.
This is one advantage. Next, scripting knowledge optional.
Yes, we don't need any scripting knowledge here.
Scripting knowledge optional. Next, any other? Tell me, Surendra, advantage of recording. Ritu,
Uh, no idea.
say using recording feature, we can analyze the AUT in terms of object identification. Analyze the AUT by recording and playback some scenarios. You can identify whether the tool is recognizing all of our application front-end objects or not. Analyzing the AUT in terms of object identification. Saujanya, anything else?
Uh, no, sir, I'm not able to think.
It is useful for dynamically changing UI designs. Suppose user interface design is changing regularly, that time keyword driven methodology or descriptive programming take more time. If it is recording, just re-record scripts. Re-recording is anyhow recording takes less time, so you can easily re-record. See, recommendable for dynamically changing UI designs. Next, recommendable for short-term projects. Suppose if time is very less, creating shared repositories, associating take time. If it is recording, simple. Recommendable for short-term projects. Next, disadvantages. Disadvantage of recording. See, first one, no centralized maintenance of test objects. No centralized maintenance of test objects. No centralized maintenance of test objects. If any modifications are there, you need to open each and every local repository and change. If it is shared repository, if you perform changes at one place, that can be easily reflected to all associated tests. In case of shared object repository, we will have centralized maintenance of objects. If it is recording, no centralized maintenance of test objects. Next, low in performance. Why? Say, if it is recording, it stores same objects multiple times. It stores same objects multiple times. If it is shared object repository, once you create shared object repository, based on that repository, you can create multiple tests. Just a minute. Suppose just a minute. See, based on this window, I want to record 2 or 3 tests. One is login test, another is cancel operation test, another is help test, etc. If I use recording, what will happen? Every time it stores this, in this login test, it stores HP my flight sample application. In cancel test also it stores this object. See, same object multiple times. Just a minute. John HP. Observe, this is next screen. Using this screen, using objects in this window, I want to create 10 tests. One is insert order test, another is update order test, next delete order test, etc. Update order, just a minute. Delete order test, update order, see, delete order, update order, tick mark. See, using this window, objects available in this window, I want to create some 10 tests. One is insert order, another is update order, next delete order, etc. For every, if you record, for every local repository, it will store HP my flight sample application window. This is common for all tests. Sometimes it stores some other common objects also in local repositories. See, due to duplicate objects, performance will be reduced. Getting this point, Saujanya? Suppose if you generate 10 tests using this window, in every local repository it stores that HP my flight sample application object na.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if you create shared object repository, you just
Then we
create
can
one shared object
one
repository,
shared object.
that HP my flight sample application window also only one time. By associating that repository, you can create multiple tests.
Multiple tests.
Okay na?
Yes, sir.
See, shared object repository not only for one test or one action. You can associate any shared repository to multiple tests, 100 tests, 200 tests, no issues. Dinesh, did you understand this concept? Low in performance. If you record test scripts, recorded script low in performance. Why? What is the reason? Surendra, low in performance. Recorded scripts low in performance. Why?
Because every time we run the script, we need to load the objects.
Not run.
I
For
mean,
every local object repository, it stores objects na.
yes, sir.
Sometimes it stores same objects in multiple local repositories na.
Yes.
Same objects in multiple local repositories. If it is shared object repository,
Only
only
time.
one time. That's why. Next, one psychological point. If you record test scripts, you may not have command on tests. If you record, you may not have command on test scripts. So locating errors difficult. See, testers may not have command command on test scripts. So locating errors is difficult. Next, since you cannot record all types of steps, some steps are not recordable. We cannot record all operations. Etc. Before moving to next topic, tell me, Ritu, advantage of recording and disadvantage of recording. Quick. Ritu, advantage of recording and disadvantage of recording.
Yes, sir. Actually, it's I mean, easy to record and it takes very less time, and we can get the idea of UI design.
Yes, we can identify, we can analyze the AUT in terms of object identification. We can analyze the AUT. Next, it is recommendable for dynamically changing UI designs. Suppose user interface design is changing regularly. That time, every time putting efforts difficult. If it is recording, just re-record the scripts. Anyhow, recording takes less time. Next,
then
it is recommendable for short-term projects.
Short-term projects.
Next, disadvantages.
It's I mean, there's no centralized maintenance of objects.
No centralized maintenance of test objects. Next.
The performance is
low in performance.
Low in performance.
It stores same objects in multiple local repositories. Okay, next. Testers may not have command on test scripts. So locating errors is difficult. Next, all type of operations not recordable. We cannot record all type of operations. Okay. Next, come to mainstream. Before going to discuss descriptive programming, we will discuss descriptive programming tomorrow. One small chapter, general chapter. Types of steps or statements in UFT test. We already discussed. We use different types of steps in our UFT tests. Not only single type of tests, single type of steps, different types of steps. See, types of steps are statements in UFT test, or you can say test script. Test or test script. Say we use different types of steps in our UFT tests. See, we use different type of steps in UFT tests. See, for every test, all types of steps not required. Based on your test requirement, you can use them. But I will introduce all types of steps. See, first one, utility. Utility statements are steps. Utility statements are steps. You know utility statements. For example, you can generate using recording also. Otherwise, you can type. Just a minute. It's not recording. Path of the browser. Just a minute. Mouse is not functioning properly. See, these are examples for utility statements. Next, the system repositories collection dot add also. Next, test object statements, or you can say object calls. Example, this is test object statement, or you can say object call. Next, declarations. Say we use VB script for applying programming logic to our tests. In VB script, we declare variables and constants. Variables. See, you don't concentrate on this syntax. What is the purpose of variables, purpose of constants in our test that we will discuss in VB script chapter. Variables. Next, constants. I'll show an example. Dim a comma b of 4 comma c blank parenthesis d of 4 comma 5. Say in this statement I declared 4 variables A, B, C, D. A is scalar variable, B is array variable, C is dynamic array, D is two-dimensional array, 2D array. Variables. Next, constants. Const city equal to Hyderabad. String type data. If you want to define multiple constants, use comma. Suppose num equal to 100. For integer, no double quotes required. Say declarations. Next, flow control statements. Flow control statements. Here we have two types of flow control statements. One is conditional statements. Conditional statements. Next, loop statements. Just I will show a small example. In scripting chapters, we will discuss some more example. This is general example. In scripting chapters, we will use conditional and loop statements. Suppose dim a comma b, if a greater than b, then MSG box a is a big number, else MSG box b is a big number. Assign values. A equal to 100, B equal to 50. See, it will execute A is a big number as per our logic. A is a big number. See, this is example for conditional statement. Next, loop statements. Suppose for I equal to 1 to 5, I want to display hello UFT message 5 times. I concatenate, it is optional, message hello UFT. See, it will repeat this hello UFT 5 times. Run. What is syntax error? Concatenate for I equal to 1 to 5, step 1. Hello UFT. Where is syntax error? I. Just a minute. Run. Expected statement. Oh, a message box. I concatenate. Observe. Run 1 LOFT, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. See, loop statements. Next, what is the number? 4, 5. Checkpoint statements. Checkpoint statements. Next, see, for checkpoint statement, I will show example later. Output value statements. Next, automation object. Automation object statements. Next, VB script statement. All are VB script statements only. These are specialized statements. VB script statements. Suppose checkpoint statement. Enter a value into edit box. Value 2. Click add. Now I want to insert checkpoint on a result edit box. Design menu. Checkpoint. Standard checkpoint. Show the object. Click OK. Text value 30. My expectation also 30. OK. Stop. Run. See, it will pass. Open result window. Just a minute. See, green symbol. Test passed. Just a minute. You can customize this result window also. Help. That is HTML format. Not help. Tools. Options. Instead of HTML report, you can select result viewer. Run the script once again. View last run result. Say result viewer. Observe. Test passed. Checkpoint passed. Passed. Checkpoint result passed. See, checkpoint. Next, output value statement. It captures output during execution and stores into runtime data table. Just take new test. Record. Enter value 1, value 2, add. I want to capture result. Design output value, standard output value, show the object, click OK. Which one? Text value. Text. Stop recording. Run. Open result window. Data. Observe Ritu. Result value captured na into runtime data table. People are not responding. See, another name of output value, output checkpoint.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Next, automation object statement. I will show an example for automation object statement. You don't concentrate on the syntax. We will discuss later. Suppose objfso set variable equal to objfso equal to create object. It is built-in function of VB script. Class value scripting dot file system object. See, before this statement, objfso is just a variable. Type objfso, next enter dot, nothing coming. Why? It is just a variable. Next, after this statement, after this selected statement, it is automation object. Type dot, see, methods and properties coming from that class. Now it is automation object. See, dot create folder. Suppose I want to create a folder on desktop. Take desktop path. Folder name QTP. Run the script. Just a minute. Observe on desktop. What happened, Surendra? QTP folder created na? Observe left
Yes,
side
sir.
bottom.
Yes, sir.
See, these are utility, automation object statement. This objfso is automation object. Automation object names local, user defined. See, automation object statement. This is example for automation object. Next, for example, dim a equal to 100, b equal to 200, msg box a plus b. Run. See, 300, it is showing correct output. But we didn't declare b variable, but we are using. See, VB script supports explicit and implicit variables. If you want to restrict, you can use option explicit statement. It is VB script statement. Option explicit is VB script statement. Run, it will show error. B is undefined. See, we have so many VB script statements. For example, dim is VB script statement, if is VB script statement, Next, set also we will say with same name. Set method is there, that is different. Set statement also there, that we will discuss later. Next, on error, resume next. On error, resume next, etc. Okay, last question for the day. Tell me, Saujanya, we use different types of statements in UFT tests. Tell me, what are the different types of statements?
Utility statements, test object statements, or declaration statements.
Declarations, variable declarations, constants declaration. Next.
Yes. Flow control statements, and that conditional statements and loop statements. Checkpoint statements. Output value statements. Automation statements.
Automation object statements.
Object statements. VB script statements.
Okay, good. See, we will meet tomorrow, same time. Thank you. Tomorrow we will discuss another method, descriptive programming. Any queries, Dinesh? Any queries?
Sir, like UFT class 7 and 8 videos, you will be sending it soon, right?
Pardon?
UFT class 7 video we did not get.
Yes, today I will send 7 video and class notes also.
And one more thing, sir, can we get that sample apps so that we can practice accordingly?
I will send the sample app using zip folder.
Yeah, yeah, that will be good. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome. We will meet tomorrow same.
Sure.